Welcome to Chelsea Sport Update. Before we start the video, please subscribe, like and feel free to comment. Why Chelsea's transfer strategy this summer will be very different from that of 2020. Chelsea do not need to go on another spending spree in the transfer market this summer, but they may still invest heavily in their first team squad. With more than £200 million spent on new players, several of whom had been linked with other top European sides, a common consensus was reached by large swaths of the Chelsea fanbase, especially those on social media. The Blues had won the transfer market. In had come Ajax's wizard, Hakim Ziyech. Timo Werner, fresh off scoring 34 times for RB Leipzig, was recruited. England left-back Ben Chilwell joined. Thiago Silva signed just days after captaining Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final. Kai Havertz, previously courted by the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich, was brought in. And finally, Edouard Mendy arrived to replace Kepa Arrizabalga in goal. Chelsea had needed this squad overhaul for some time. Yes, several academy graduates had stepped up the previous season, but there were too many players on the wrong side of 30 years old in the group. It's why Pedro and Willian were allowed to leave on free transfers. The COVID-19 pandemic also gave Chelsea an unexpected edge in the transfer market. The club had served a transfer ban the previous summer, so hadn't spent the £130 million fee received from Real Madrid for Eden Hazard. The Blues were also given £58 million by Atletico Madrid for Alvaro Morata. That the Blues conducted themselves impeccably from the moment the United Kingdom went into lockdown also helped. The hotel at Stamford Bridge was made available to NHS staff and food was also provided. No member of staff was furloughed and nobody was made redundant. There would be no kickback to spending big money. In the coronavirus-impacted market, Chelsea was the biggest game in town. And they were able to leverage that to their advantage. Things will be a little different this time around. Several clubs are still counting the cost of the pandemic, and a season without the income of match-going supporters will restrict many once again. But Premier League sides enriched by a big-money television contract will still be able to spend, as will the likes of Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. Chelsea's approach to this summer's transfer market will be very different. Their squad is in a far healthier place than 12 months ago, and Thomas Tuchel has reinvigorated countless members of the first team. There is no need for the Blues to buy in bulk this time around. Instead, the club wants to strengthen to two positions, centre-back and striker. Chelsea does not lack options in the center of defense. However, the long-term futures of Andreas Christensen, Antonio Rudiger, and Cesar Azpilicueta remain uncertain, with the trio all out of contract at the end of next season. And while Thiago Silva is likely to stay at Stamford Bridge for another year, he will be 37 years old come the summer of 2022. A replacement will be required. Countless centre-backs have been linked with a potential move to Chelsea this summer. But there are three, per The Athletic, at the top of the club's wish list: Bayern Munich's Nicolas Süle, RB Leipzig's Ibrahima Kante, and Atletico Madrid Jose Jimenez. Of that trio, Süle may prove the most obtainable, given the Bundesliga giants have already struck a deal for Dayot Upamecano, and the 25-year-old will have just 12 months remaining on his contract come to the summer window. As for whom Chelsea want to lead their attack, there is one man: Erling Haaland. The 20-year-old is a phenom. Haaland has netted 49 goals in 49 goals for Borussia Dortmund since joining the club in January 2019, and is being courted by Manchester City, Manchester United, Real Madrid and Barcelona. There is a £65 million release clause in the Norwegian international's contract with BVB, but that doesn't become active until the summer of 2022. The fee required to convince the Bundesliga side to sell at the end of this season will be significantly more. No matter. Chelsea is seemingly prepared to spend big to secure Haaland's services. The biggest stumbling block will be whether the club can convince the striker that he can fulfill his lofty ambitions at Stamford Bridge. It's why a strong end to the campaign is vital. Chelsea is in a good position to finish in the Premier League top four, and if they can reach the finals of the FA Cup and Champions League, it would send a clear message to Haaland that he can win silverware if he were to join the Blues ahead of, for example, Manchester City. This summer's transfer window will not have the same shopping spree feel as last, but Chelsea could very well come out as winners once more. That's all for now from Stamford Bridge. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Thanks for watching.